The power has been with you all along. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Trey Michael.
And this is Starla Michael.
And as usual, this is another segment of Applied Consciousness. Hey, listen, you guys, today, I think I want to go ahead and put my wife on, put her on the front line, And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to talk about the third eye. You know, so many people that have been coming on this spiritual awakening journey, they're hearing all of these words that people have experienced. As you know, words are just something to express or to explain a thought or a feeling that one has. And that's our human way of explaining things.
And understanding it.
Yeah. Well, one of the words that a lot of people are coming across is the word called the third eye, also known as the pineal gland. Some people even call it the first eye. So everybody has different interpretations of the experience. So what I want to do today, I want to ask my wife to place in her own words, and then I'm also going to take that same question or any other one that you might have for me, sweet lady.
All right.
So I want to ask this question to you. If you're sitting in front of a person who's just began on their spiritual awakening journey, matter of fact, the part that they're at on their journey is probably they just started questioning their reality. They're starting to see the numbers 111, 222, 333. And because of this, they Googled probably, or the universe brought them around someone who said, hey, I see the numbers too. Hey, that means you're having a spiritual awakening. Well, if a person is having a spiritual awakening and they start researching, I know that they're going to come across the chakras,
That's
the 7 chakras, center points of energy within the body that express what's happening above. You know, as they say, as above, so below.
That's right.
So if you're sitting here and I'm a new person and I'm like, hey, excuse me, Miss Michaels, could you explain to me what is the third eye? How would you explain that to me, knowing that I have no knowledge of that? Like, what would you say to me if I was that person?
Gotcha. First thing I would tell everybody is it's not anything demonic. There's so many people believe that this third eye is something demonic, something that's devilish. You shouldn't be talking about that. But it's not anything demonic. What it is it's basically your connection to your higher self. When your third eye is open, it's clear vision is what I like to say.
Now, let me ask this question. When you say my higher self, what do you mean by my higher self?
The divine guidance, or some people say God, or some people say their higher self as in something that's divine, that, divine guidance basically.
Okay, so basically something that I can tap into that can give me guidance on this spiritual awakening journey.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
So let's keep going. So Miss Michael, so I get it. So it helps me tap into it.
That's right.
Now,
that's right.
What stuff do I do to make this third eye open, like I've been hearing everyone talk about?
The first one is probably what you're doing now. You're questioning your reality. You're seeking, to level up or to know thyself is the first thing. Know thyself. Figure out who you are, who you're not. Question your reality. Make changes. Make sacrifices. And let me tell you.
So I'm just going to ask this question.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, when you're asking me to question my reality, I remember on my journey, some of the things that I was questioning was like, do I really have to just go to work the rest of my life and die? Do I really have to agree with what people of my color agree with? Do I really have to be Democrat? Or do I have to be,
all the beliefs since birth that we've been programmed with.
And what do we call those BS?
Yeah,
belief systems.
That's right.
And I want to dive into this third eye as well myself, you guys, because again, if you are a new listener, or if you're a person who has not been a deep diver, but you just put on your swim gear and you're ready to dive deep into the rabbit hole to see how deep this rabbit hole goes. If you are trying to inquire about the third eye of the pineal gland, in my words, is actually my spiritual abilities. And some of those are discerning. Being able to walk into a room with everybody having smiles on, but know that these people may be backstabbers. Or to see someone with the frown on, but you really know that they're actually a good soul or a good person. What I've learned on my journey is simple. the third eye is my ability, like you said, Starla, to tap into my higher consciousness. That's the part of me that lives on top of the mountains. So I look at it this way. Trey, the human, lives in the valley. I can't see what's coming around the corner. It could be something good or it could be bad. I look at my third eye as being my higher awareness, or better yet, my first eye. Because when these two eyes fail me, I have my third eye that can guide me around corners that I can't even perceive or see with my five senses. Now, we already know that the third eye is also the sixth sense. It's the intuitive nature. It's
intuition.
Intuition. It's my guide. I like how you put that. The guidance. It's my guide that's on top of the mountain. That when someone's saying, "Hey Trey, you want to meet me over here?" and I hear my guide say, "Don't go over there." and you start to learn to not question that guidance, because that guidance comes from a place of love. That guidance comes from a place of joy and peace, which is why I understand when you said it's not something demonic, because a lot of people like to steer people away from that truth. Because then, the reason I feel they steer you away from it is because then they can't control you.
That's right.
Because then when they place this veil over your eyes,
because when your eye is open, you definitely cannot be controlled. Because you can see through all illusions that we've been programmed through since birth.
And trust me, you guys, we've been put through tons of illusions. The illusions of ethnicity or race. That's bogus. There's only one race on the planet, and that's the human race.
It is.
But you see that when your third eye becomes open. Or to believe that you live your whole life to chase a dollar.
Yes.
When money is not, you're not a servant to money. Money is our servant. And then you'll start taking money as no one gets placed. Hey, money, you serve me. I don't serve you. And then something else that I was able to see on my spiritual awakening journey of opening my third eye was most of us as humans in the valley, we spend our time and we trade that time in for money.
We do.
But then I realized the higher I got on my awareness, or the more that my third eye was opening, I start realizing, wait a minute. I should be spending my money to buy more time.
That's right.
And these are just some of the things that you experience when you open up your third eye. You're no longer going to have the wolves, the sheep, what do they call it? Let's put it like this. You're not going to have the blindfolds on your eye.
That's right, the blindfolds.
People are not going to be able to deceive you.
Clear vision. It's what I like to call it.
I love that, clear vision. And what's happening on the earth right now, a lot of us are waking up.
2020, clear vision.
Well, think about it. When you wake up, what do? You open your eyes. And the eye that you're opening are not the two eyes, because you've had those open since you came out of the womb. It's your third eye. It's the eye that God, or the creator or source, gave to all humanity for us to use to tap into the angelic and the spiritual realms. Listen, you guys, we're not going to go on and on, but we wanted to just let you guys know a little bit about this third eye. Test it out for yourself. Ask your higher self or your guidance that guides you, remember, in love, peace, and joy. Ask your guidance, is this for you? And if it is, then keep doing the deep diving. And your eyes going to open, it's going to open you to the limitless possibilities. And on that day, you'll realize that when somebody or something tells you it's impossible, what does it really mean, Starla?
I'm possible.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that this segment was something that was of benefit